The first thing I think we must be clear about is that the word drugs is very misleading. Because we have a harmless social institution called a drugstore. It sits on the corner of every city street. And nobody feels that a drugstore is a menace. Then we use the word drug in the word drugged when a person is out, dopey, vague, confused. And among those drugs or chemicals which do alter consciousness, there are vastly different substances, with vastly different effects, ranging from caffeine, aspirin, alcohol, marijuana, LSD, mescaline, DMT, psilocybin, heroin, opium, so on. And we should treat each one of them separately instead of lumping them all together, because they're quite different. Now, to put the cat among the pigeons, and you may know this already, and I may be telling no news, but I want to make a provocative statement. The laws of the United States and the programs, government-sponsored, concerning the use of addictive drugs are a total failure. Not only a total failure, but they're making the problem worse. They are so stupid that anyone supporting those laws must be either a moron or involved in the racket. It's that bad. First of all, we all know that government agencies are self-serving institutions. Let's face it. A person in a government agency wants to keep a job. So we'll consider the Bureau of Narcotics. It is in the interest of that Bureau that there be a drug problem. Because if there weren't, the Bureau would have no reason for existing. And this is true of police matters on a much broader scale, because the drug problem is a subdivision of what we will call sumptuary laws. The sumptuary law is a confusion of church and state. It is a law against sin as distinct from crime. In my definition, although these definitions can always be disputed on, as it were, on the edges, a crime is an offense against society in which somebody is injured and is disposed to complain. A person who is robbed, assaulted, simply doesn't want that to happen. But there are innumerable sins, you might call them, because that's an ecclesiastical term, or we might say crimes without victims, such as gambling, prostitution, drug taking, and various forms of sexual relationship. And when you try to regulate these things by law, you invariably enter into a super colossal mess. Not only is it that government agencies against these things, we'll say narcotics squads, vice squads, so on, have a vested interest in their continuance, but also by prohibiting them, you put up the price of engaging in them.